Hello, and welcome again to Mr. Benjamin's Math World. In our last video, we solved operations with fractions. We solved adding and subtracting fractions with equal denominators and with different denominators, and we also solved multiplication and division of fractions. This is the addition, fractions, different denominators. You can find the process in our last video, how to solve it. It is already solved, and here we got the result. Now we are going to learn how to reduce the result to the lowest term. What does it mean by reducing the result to the lowest term? Well, because this result might not be the lowest result we can get. How do I reduce a fraction to the lowest term? We need to get familiar with the word greatest common factor. GCF. It means that I need to find the greatest common factor for the numerator and find the greatest common factor for the denominator. And when I say find the greatest common factor, it means that you need to find all the factors of the numerator and also all the factors of the denominator. So the factors have a limited number of factors. Not like the multiples. The multiples never end. And we saw that in our last video when finding the least common multiple. But the greatest common factor has a limited number of numbers or factors. Let's find the greatest common factor for 54 and 30. The factors of 54 are 1. 1 is always a factor for all the numbers. Why is it 1? Because 1 times 24, we get the same result, 54. 2. Why 2? Because 2 times 27 is 54. 3. Because 3 times 18 is 54. 6. Because 6 times 9 is 54. 9. Because 9 times 6 is 54. 27. Because 27 times 2 is 54. And the last factor is 54. How do I know the last factor is 54? Because when you get to half of the number, 27 is half of 54. Once you get half of the number, there's no other common factor but the same number. These are all the factors for the number 54. And yes, we need to find them all in order so we don't get lost. Now let's find the factors, the number 30. Again, number 1, because 1 times 30 equals 30. 2, because 2 times 15 is 30. 3, because 3 times 10 is 30. 5, because 5 times 6 is 30. 6, because 6 times 5 is 30. 15, because 15 times 2 is 30. 15 is half of 30. I found the half of the number, so the last factor will be 30. Am I missing one? I think I am. Which one am I missing? You got it. 10. Because 10 times 3, 30. 15 and 30. By the way, it's wise to know something like this. 1 times 30, 30. 2 times 15, 30. 3 times 10, 30. 5 times 6, 30. We found all the factors. Now, let's get the greatest common factor. The greatest of the numbers that are common for 54 and 30. The greatest common factor will be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 6. Is the greatest common factor. The 6 is a factor for 54, and 6 is also a factor for 30, and there's no other common factor for them. 6 is the common factor. Once you get 60, all you have to do is just divide each number by 6. 54 divided by 6 is 9. 30 divided by 6 is 5. And the fraction 54/30 is already reduced to its lowest term, which is 9/5 is the lowest term. And this is the way we reduce a fraction to the lowest term. If you think this video was useful, feel free to subscribe and activate the bell in order to receive further notifications. Also, if you have a specific topic of your interest, just write it down on your comment. See you next time.